1,400 million lives are about to be affected by a single meeting in Beijing. From October 20th to 23rd, China's Communist Party will hold the 14th Plenary Session of its 20th Central Committee, a high-level meeting that will set the direction for the country's next five-year plan, known as the 15th Five-Year Plan. This isn't just another government conference, it's where Beijing will decide how China's economy, the world's second largest, should evolve from 2026 to 2030. Every major policy in the next 5 years, from housing and wages to technology investment and pension reform, will trace back to the blueprint written during this meeting. So, what exactly is a five-year plan, and why does this next one matter more than any before? Since 1953, China has operated on a horizon of a five-year plan. National strategies designed to coordinate its long-term priority across agriculture, industrial, and social development. This plan transformed China from a poor agrarian state into a world's industrial powerhouse. Projects like the Two Bonds, One Satellite program, the Three Gorges Dam, and today's trillion-yuan Yalu Zambu hydropower project all were born from the continuity and the discipline of these five-year cycles. Now, as the 14th five-year plan comes to an end in 2025, the 15th is being drafted as a moment of deep transition, both for China and for the global economy. For over 4 decades, China's growth has relied on two engines. First, land finance. Local governments selling land to developers, using that income to build infrastructure, factories, and research parks. Second, port-led growth. Manufacturing cheap goods for the world and in foreign currency and reinvesting it into domestic production. But both modes are running out of steam. The property market is saturated, land can be sold forever. Meanwhile, global demand has slowed, and cheap labor is no longer China's advantage. That's why the 15th five-year plan will signal a fundamental shift, from growth driven by land and labor to growth powered by technology and productivity. The next wave of winners will be those tied to frontier sectors, semiconductors, artificial intelligence, green energies, and advanced materials, or companies that can integrate with them. Those who fail to connect to this technological ecosystem risk being left behind. China's second challenge lies in domestic demand. Also, savings are high, but consumer confidence is low. People are reluctant to spend, and the deflationary pressures are building. For decades, China could rely on external demand. Global consumers drove Chinese factories. But now, with exports slowing and global trade fragmentation deepened, China must build its growth on internal circulation, its own market. The new plan will likely put three key levels: reduce household burdens, tackling housing, education, and childcare costs, raising incomes through innovation and productivity improvements, expand social welfare to give citizens confidence to spend. In short, Beijing wants people to dare to spend again. While focusing inward, China is also looking outward. Initiatives like Belt and Road are not just about building roads or ports. They are about reshaping the global economic order. As Western supply chain decoupler, China is strengthening ties with Asia, Africa, and Latin America, seeking not just market, but strategic resilience. Expect the 15th plan to emphasize economic security, technological sovereignty, and regional integration. Key pillars for what Beijing calls a new development pattern. The message is clear. If globalization no longer works in China's favor, it will redefine globalization itself. For the rest of the world, this plan isn't just about China. It will influence global trade, investment flows, commodity price, and even innovation chains. If Beijing successfully transitions towards high-tech, consumer-led growth, it could stabilize global demand and offer an alternative for Western economic stagnation. If it stumbles, however, the ripple effect could include slower global growth, deflationary shocks, and further supply chain uncertainty. So, As the 14th Plan Conference in Beijing this week, one question defines the moment. Can a state-managed economy reinvent itself for the digital age, while keeping 1.4 billion people aligned with its vision? Because if it can, the 15th five-year plan won't just reshape China's future, it could rewrite the balance of the global economy.